Welcome back. January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and the latest FBI data shows San Diego ranks as one of the 13th worst regions in the world for human trafficking.
A dubious distinction. Last week, DA Summer Stephan announced new programs in our schools to help educate and prevent trafficking among our teenagers. Ginger Jeffries is live right now from San Diego Unified School District with more on their efforts. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning. Yeah, the reason that they're really looking at educating these kids is the average age. Get this one. The average age of a girl trafficked in the U.S. is 15 to 16 years old. Because of that, they're really targeting the junior highs because they want to get in. They want to educate these young girls so that they are on the lookout for the potential of somebody trying to traffic them, and also for their families and the teens. That everybody around them has this heightened awareness of the warning signs where these girls could be potentially in this trafficking zone. So the education program that Summer Stephan talked about last week, it's a three-pronged approach. They are looking at educating in the schools, and there's all sorts of different facets to that. They're also looking at this after-school intervention program and multimedia training because, let's face it, absolutely everything this day and age has something to do with social media. Meantime, I spoke with this neuroscientist because for folks that haven't dealt with any kind of human trafficking or spoken to some of these girls that get into this human trafficking business, I wanted to find out what actually happens inside the brain of a teenager to make them so susceptible to being trafficked, and why are these traffickers targeting a certain age group. Now, this neuroscientist also helped develop the curriculum for the middle school, so take a listen.
When you put a teen brain and an adult brain next to each other, any pleasure-seeking behaviors, the teen brain squirts out about 60 to 70% more dopamine than the adult brain. So that means that things that are pleasurable, teens tend to get addicted to pleasurable things more often, at a higher frequency, at a higher intensity than an adult brain. Teenagers feel very misunderstood. They really want somebody to come and say, hey, I got your back. And the biggest reward for most of these girls is the reward of emotional attachment, because he cares. He'll be abusing them, but he'll turn around and he cares. He'll give her empathy when he thinks she should receive empathy. So that's the brainwashing, is he's the good cop, the bad cop, the good cop. So it's really domestic violence. And when we treat these folks as they come out of their life, what we're really doing is we're treating complex trauma.
Another thing that I learned from speaking with this neuroscientist is the percentage of girls that are being trafficked. I mean, there's this public perception that these girls are being brought in over the border or from other countries. But as it turns out, according to the experts, 85 to 90% of the girls being trafficked are actually U.S. citizens. And again, they're targeting them in junior highs. They're doing it on social media, and they're saying, you know, I was just talking about this with my photographer, Alvaro, too. They invite them to these parties. They invite them to have a photo shoot. They watch them outside of their schools. So there's now a multi-pronged attack to educate these girls, educate the families, and educate the schools so that they start to bring down some of the numbers, because you're talking about a $10 billion business, and we, unfortunately, here in San Diego are a hub. So, Carlos and Lauren, it's just so different when you think about the times that we grew up in and the fire drills and earthquake drills that we would do in school, and now they've got active shooter drills, and now they've got human sex trafficking training as well, starting in the middle schools. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world now. Thanks very much, Ginger, for that.